Oh, my! I can't believe it. 31 yards to Decory
Darren McFadden breaks it up the middle. McFadden, big play. He's going to go. Darren McFadden is going to take it all the way. 80 yards for the touchdown. Darren McFadden, and Arkansas strikes just that quickly.
He's going to field it back at his own 5. Joe across the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Adams at the 30, and here we go. Joe's going to take it all the way. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. 95 yards on the punt return.
Here's the snap. It is low. The kick is blocked, and Arkansas covers.
Shotgun formation into the end zone. The pass is intercepted. Arkansas wins the ball game. Intercepted in the end zone. The Razorbacks have beaten the #1 team in the country.
It's time to dissect the game on the First Security Bank 5th quarter. We'll be talking Razorback football for the next 2 hours. This broadcast is brought to you by First Security Bank. Here are Randy Rainwater, Marcus Elliott, and Trey Schaff.
And good evening. Welcome once again to the First Security 5th quarter postgame show. No Trey Schaff tonight. He is in Tempe, Arizona with Little Rock ladies basketball. Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater, live from Walk-Ons here in Fayetteville, right off of Weddington. Mark, I am not sure. I am not sure that I have any words left that can be said. And when I say that, then I think about some of the ways that Arkansas helped Missouri tonight to defeat Arkansas. Then I got to tell you, at one stage, I was thinking another dubious record was going to be set in this game for the Arkansas Razorbacks, and that was number of penalties. But some were declined and
two
not accepted because otherwise, in fact, how rare do you see a defensive player is called for an illegal block because he went down below the knees? I mean, that's rare unto itself. You had another penalty that didn't amount to any kind of net yards, and that was called on C.J. Brown. How do you voluntarily leave the playing field, but when you get back onto the playing field, you are the first player that touches the ball? So that's a penalty. So there was some creativity tonight, at least I'll say that much. But, Mark, I'm hoping, and I'm already lobbying this for my early Christmas present. And that is not just for me, but for the Razorback Nation. Because Mike Charles sent this information to me, so I need to give him credit for it. I just did the math and did the numbers. This last decade of Arkansas football has been horrendous. No other way about it. Starting back in 2016 through 2025, this, among that 10-year window, this is not the first, it's not the second, it is the third time that Arkansas has not won a game in conference play. 0-8 in 2025, 0-8 in 2019, and 2018. Over that 10-year window, when you break down how many conference games per year Arkansas is averaging, it's 1.8. So if you round up and be generous, that's 2. Arkansas is averaging over the last 10 years 2 conference wins a season. On the other side, they've lost 64 conference games in that 10-year window. That averages out to 6. So 8 conference games per season. There's your numbers, 2 and 6. That's pretty much the average over the 10-year window. Then when you look at the overall records, now this is just regular season only. No bowl games added. Any bowl victories or defeats added. 44 victories over that 10-year period. That's 4 wins this season. And they've lost 74 games. That adds up to roughly a 4-8 season is what Arkansas has been averaging over these past 10 years. Marcus, I don't even know.
That was a lot of math, Randy. You know, I didn't do too good.
Well, thank you. I did. I counted all my toes and all my fingers multiple times. That's the only way I could come up with these numbers. But Marcus, is that Razorback football? Is that what the state of Arkansas wants to call Arkansas football?
So, I have a little dilemma tonight. I've been accused of being negative before, and my girlfriend Melissa told me make sure you're not negative tonight.
Oh, then you better not be talking to me because I might drag you down.
I know I want a happy home. However, Randy, I owe honesty to what you're talking about.
These are facts.
Yeah.
Melissa, this is facts.
Randy, to add an illustration to what you just shared, I think I said this on Drive Time Sports several weeks ago that this was the worst defense I think Arkansas has ever had. And
I agree.
But Rick Schaefer, I believe, disagreed with me at that time. And I challenge anybody to tell me what defense that was. I'm sure I don't know, maybe before the 25 Little Piggies or something. Maybe this is modern day football. This is about as bad as I've seen. Randy, the lack of discipline, the penalties you talked about.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Now listen, and again, I know I angered some people several weeks ago when I said Bobby Petrino, this is not the situation, or he hasn't shown that he is the man for the job. Randy, on top of the worst defense, this has been one of the most poorly coached Razorback teams I've seen of late, and they've steadily gotten worse. Today was an embarrassment, and I say that not to be critical or overly critical, but I've never seen this program in this state, quite frankly, Randy. And
let me interrupt you on that.
Okay.
Chad Morris, that time frame, that was as this season may have reached that particular level simply because it was 2-10, which is pretty much identical to those season records, and the conference record was the same, winless. But these 3 years, no argument. Now, whether or not this year tops all of those other years in regards to the worst defense we've ever seen, you can certainly make a case for this year, standing all on its own merit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, fair. No. Nope.
Those 2 years have to be put into the same context. Okay, I hear the music. We got to step away. This is the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott. I'm Trey Schapp. I'm Randy Rainwater. Marcus Elliott. Trey Schapp. He's on assignment out in Tempe, Arizona. Stay with us. More to follow here in just a moment.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security. because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
I'm Thomas Blackman with Blackman Auctions. How much easier would life be if you could take away your stresses and worries with one phone call? Just turn all of your problems over to a person and let them de-stress your life. That's what we do at Blackman Auctions. We are much more than an auction company. We take your unwanted assets in your life and turn them into money in 30 days. Organize, market, deal with attorneys, real estate agents, debt services, closing companies, and those members of your family. You know who they are. Making your life as easy as possible since 1938. Better Auctions or Blackman Auctions.
Attention Central Arkansas. If you're looking for reliable home and business services, look no further. For over 45 years, Advantage Service Company has been your local expert in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs with outstanding customer service from licensed technicians ready to help with every step. Call or text today and enjoy peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Cheer on your favorite university and call Advantage Service Company. Your comfort is just a call away. 501-1-CALL. 501-663-2255.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bale at Bell Chevrolet. 5 generations and over a century of taking care of Arkansas. That's something we're proud to stand behind. And we're proud to welcome the all-new Bale GMC in Danville to the Bale family. That's right. We can now offer all the great GMC trucks and SUVs that we all love. Come see why it's really better at Bale and shop new Chevys with financing as low as 0% available right now. That's Bale Chevy and BaleChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
0% APR for 36 months. WAC.
At ABC Supply, when you've got a job to do, we do too. When your success depends on getting the details right, we're there for you every step of the way. Delivering more than materials, delivering passion, commitment, and the confidence to help you get the job done easier. Our teams understand the obstacles you face in building your business and reputation, because living up to our promises is how we help you live up to yours.
For location and product information, call ABC Supply in North Little Rock at 501-955-0777 or visit abcsupply.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Bill Bryson calls Thanksgiving the perfect holiday. It has none of the pressure of Christmas to buy presents and whatnot, and involves getting our stomachs in the shape of a beach ball and watching football all day. On that note, I'm very thankful for Dan Campbell for making the Detroit Lions relevant once again. But mostly, Thanksgiving is about giving thanks. Stop right now and give thanks for all of the blessings in your life, and then share them with others. Double B's is thankful for you. Your patronage has enabled Double B's to grow to 34 locations across Arkansas. Our promise to provide you with quality, value, and convenience has been recognized by our customers as rock solid. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Coach Cal and the high-flying Hogs will be returning to the loudest neutral site arena in the country. That's Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Arkansas on Saturday, December 6th. Be there and be loud as the Razorbacks battle the Fresno State Bulldogs with tip-off set for 3 p.m. Call the Hogs and secure your seats today at the arena ticket office or by visiting SimmonsBankArena.com.
Throws into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Arkansas. Caught by Omega Blake. Jackson took the hit. 16 yards and a touchdown.
And welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater, live from Walk-Ons, where they have got TV after TV after TV right now. Center stage, so to speak. Alabama, Auburn. Trailing Alabama at this point. 6 minutes and some odd seconds to go in the first quarter. Alabama's up 3-0, 6:04 to be precise, in the first quarter in the Iron Bowl. And great food. If you love Cajun-style food, this is your spot. This is your place. So this upcoming basketball season, you may not have a place that you have a favorite place to eat. Make this your favorite place to eat. You will love their food, and certainly you can book a room next door at the Holiday Inn Express and kind of complete that cycle. All right, Mark, before we go to Bill, I did interrupt you. I didn't mean to, but I thought I needed to bring those other seasons in context when you were pontificating upon how wonderful this Arkansas defense has been this season. So I do want you to finish before we go to Bill.
No. Let's get to Bill. We haven't seen anything like this in some time. I don't remember Chad Morris, his era, but I know this is one of the poorest coach teams I've seen, the most undisciplined teams I've seen in Arkansas in quite some time.
And lack of talent to go along with it. All right, let's check in with Bill. Bill, good evening. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Thank you. And I'm not going to comment on Marcus. Chad Morris, for anybody that saw those 2 years, I mean, that was unbelievable. But anyway, the last 2 years, we've had one of the top offenses in the country. This year, we lost how many games by, 2 or 3 points, a late fumble. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. But it's true. They were coached. And they were coached because they were coached by a guy that knows football. He was at Arkansas 4 years, and he was 17 games over 500 in 4 years. You follow? In football, football hasn't passed him by. I mean, did you hear what the A&M coach said after he played Arkansas about Bobby Petrino when he laid 42 on him?
What did he say?
Anyway, we've got the coach. I mean, he knows football, period. He got rid of those defensive guys that were, they were a joke. They weren't any good last year. He can get a defensive coach and coaches, and that's the guy we need to keep, and we will win. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Well, I think that that cow is out of the barn and it's outside the fence. That one, I think there's going to be a clean slate. Yeah. And whether it's Alec Golish, the head coach, it's South Florida. That seems to be all indications. I've done quite a bit of background. No chap made that announcement. I guess it was Wednesday that Golish had accepted an offer sheet from Arkansas. They are playing Rice. South Florida's playing Rice today at 6 o'clock. So I don't know if Arkansas will wait until tomorrow to make the announcement. Now, it gets tricky when you start talking about, we forget that our athletic director, Arkansas's athletic director, is on the college football playoff committee, and he is the chairman. He has to be in Dallas Monday at noon. And then, even though the committee will do all their work and they'll make the announcement the next day on Tuesday, the college football playoff rankings, Yurchek has to hang around that night, that evening, and answer the questions of, hopefully he'll get the broadcaster's name correct, Reese Davis correct from ESPN, get that correct this go around. But anyway, so you can't have the press conference on Monday, can't have it on Tuesday. So unless they make something happen tomorrow in regards to not only a formal announcement, but a press conference, then it may be Wednesday before we get to actually meet the new head coach unless it's early 10 o'clock Monday morning. So I'm saying all that to say this. Arkansas will have a new coach, and it's not going to be Bobby Petrino. I personally have advocated for Bobby, and I said this more than once, but as this process began to wind itself down, and when I said that this process, as names began to be eliminated, and I have nothing against Kane Womack, but if you're going to hire a defensive coordinator from the University of Alabama, then you should keep Bobby Petrino, regardless of whether he went 0-7 as the interim coach or not.
Oh, Randy.
Mark, I'm just giving you my opinion.
Okay.
You'd rather go. Well, there's no sense in debating that now because I think it's all said and done. Alex Golish is going to be the next head football coach at Arkansas. It's just when. Now, supposedly we're to find out today, this evening, sometime this afternoon, there was supposed to have been a meeting between Lane Kiffin, the setting head coach right now at Ole Miss. He was to have met with the athletic director, Keith Carter, the athletic director at Ole Miss, and that's when Lane Kiffin was going to give the decision whether he goes or whether he stays. Now, this has already played itself out, Mark, whether it's in the media or otherwise, but not only is supposedly Lane Kiffin going to LSU, then his defensive coordinator is going to be Ed Orgeron. I mean,
oh, wow.
That's how crazy. Yeah, that's how crazy that's already turned into. And as it turned out, Florida pulled themselves out of the Lane Kiffin sweepstakes. Now it appears that Summerall, the coach down at Tulane, is going to be their target. And I felt, regardless of what Lane Kiffin did, but if Lane Kiffin did decide to take the LSU job, Arkansas had to have their man, because that's going to open up the Ole Miss position, which I think, and I know I had this debate with David DB earlier this afternoon, Mark, but I think right now Ole Miss is a better job than Florida. David is saying Florida has the resources, and he should know. He's a native Floridian. But what Lane Kiffin has built, 3 straight 10-win seasons, first time in school history, 11 wins, and they've proven they've got the NIL resources to back up that particular position. That means if your target is either was the coach who now is at Oklahoma State, Morris out of North Texas, or whether it's Summerall, or whether it's Alex Golish, you better have your man nailed down before that Ole Miss job opens up, because you still got Auburn that's looking for a head coach, and we're just talking about the SEC.
Right. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised after the thumping that Kentucky received today from their arch rival Louisville. I think they lost 41-0. It wouldn't surprise me now to see Kentucky make a move.
Right. Yeah.
So you better have your man nailed. Sell that. You better have your man nailed down. Is my point.
Well, yeah, and you better have him nailed down, and you better get him up and going to work. Don't worry about press conference. Get the thing hired.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can do the press conference whenever. You're right, Randy. There's going to be a lot of competition, and a lot of things can happen until it's done, too. So, yeah, you need to get your guy, and you guys are reporting that it's pretty said and done with the South Florida guys. Is that what
that is correct? Yes.
Okay. So it's just a matter of them finishing their game tonight.
He wants to come to Arkansas, is what I was told, and apparently Arkansas wants him. All right, we've got some callers waiting. Let's talk to Jacob. Jacob, good evening. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hi, how's it going?
Good evening.
Yes, I was wondering, is it possible to keep Bobby Petrino on an interim tag this next year if this Alex Golesh thing, kind of falls through? And he's the sixth one in his coaching in NCAA history. I have a hard time believing, that you could do much better than him.
What happened this year? The rest of this year?
What happened? Well, it was Sam Pittman's team.
Well, he was on the staff.
He was on the staff on the offense, not the defense.
Well, defense, but the offense, how many penalties tonight? And did we see them shoot themselves in the foot game after game after game?
I mean, they've averaged over 30 points a game on offense.
Listen, I'm in agreement with, but you can't just win. I think he proved that pretty clearly this year. You can't just win games on offense. And it's not even their productivity on offense. It's their lack of discipline. They're mistake prone at the wrong times. He hadn't shown the ability to coach this team even offensively in the key moments to win ball games. That's the key, right? To win ball games. So we take a coach that finished with 2 wins, really a team that declined as the year went along with him in control. We take that and say, okay, let's go with him. That's stunning to me.
I mean, we were at the game today. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of Arkansas supporters who want him as the head coach.
Well, yeah,
but pretty much 8-1. If you look in the comment section and listen to your fan base, it's who they want. We don't want Alex
I get who they want, but a lot of people wanted Sam Pittman too, right? After he got here, they wanted him.
No.
No.
Well, Jacob. Let me get a compromise between you and Marcus.
No compromise for me.
Well, okay. Here's the compromise. If you want Bobby back next year, Alex Golesh is an offensive guy himself, but most HCs are going to have a offensive coordinator. Have Bobby Petrino, if he wants to accept that role, he becomes the offensive coordinator again. And you let Golesh go out and find a premier defensive coordinator. But I have said this over the last month and a half till I'm blue in the face. I don't care if it's Golesh or whoever it is. If it was Bobby Petrino coming back, if they do not give this head coach the necessary NIL resources,
that's true.
To get better people in here, better players in here, get better assistant coaches and evaluators in here, get a personnel department that actually can evaluate talent, and then you can hold this head coach accountable. But with the way the system is set up, when your own athletic director goes in front of the state of Arkansas, the Little Rock Touchdown Club, and says Sam Pittman didn't have the resources to be successful, what does that say about the job that you're doing? But that's neither here nor there. But if this next coach, including Alex Golesh, if he does not have the resources, it's still not going to be any better. We're going to be still talking about this 10-year window that we just got through looking at, in which Arkansas amassed a mighty 18 conference wins over 10 years, 64 losses over 10 years. Overall record, 44 victories overall, 74 defeats in that same 10-year window. Nothing's going to change if you don't give them the resources to compete. Now, thank you.
I agree, but one more question, and I'll hang up and listen for you. What if this Alex Golesh thing falls through? It seems like he's choosing between Arkansas and Ole Miss. Can you keep?
Well, we don't know. Ole Miss is open yet.
Can you keep Bobby Petrino on an interim pass for one more year and see what's open?
I don't think they would go that route. Right or wrong, I don't think they would go that route. Thank you, Jacob. Let's talk with Drew. Drew, good evening. Welcome to the First Security fifth quarter postgame show.
Well, you guys know what camp I'm in, but that may not be neither here nor there. But so I read something earlier this evening, and of course you know how things are. That you can't believe everything you see on the internet. Yuck. But the Jacob guy that just spoke said exactly what I was reading from a reporter down in, I guess it's the Tampa, Orlando area, that said Golesh had people in his ear all week saying don't go to Arkansas because you can't win. And they were citing the Hunter Yurchek speech at the Touchdown Club a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And they were like, I think Golesh is waiting to see what Lane Kiffin does. All the stuff that I've seen on the chatter boxes online say the same thing. He really doesn't want to go to Arkansas if Ole Miss is open, and that makes sense to me. So if that does fall through, is the directional pointed at Kane Womack, or Kane Womack's not going to get a large reception in Arkansas. He's just not. But if that falls through, is Kane Womack a legitimate plan B? Or is there even a scenario where they retain Petrino because they can't get anybody else this late in the game?
Well, if I knew the answers to that, Drew, I don't know that I would be that smart or not, but I have not heard. I do know that Morris, the coach, found out that he was the second option if Golesh didn't accept the job. And then Oklahoma State said either take it or we're moving on, so he took the job there. Summerall, I'm not sure has ever been in the picture at Arkansas. You can't convince me he's been inside the picture. I've heard so little talk about him. I don't know. If you're saying you want a defensive coordinator, or defensive guy with a defensive background, then I haven't understood why. And I was told back almost from the beginning when he threw his hat into the ring, that's Dan Mullen, that he was interested in the Arkansas job, and whatever reason he was quickly brushed aside. And that's when he moved on and said, well, you need to hire Gus Malzahn. I really don't know what option B is right now. I'm saying all that to say this. I don't know what option B realistically is right now if Golesh ends up not taking the Arkansas job. Womack, maybe that is the next option, and that's what I said earlier. And Marcus threw rocks at me. Thank you, Drew. Marcus threw rocks at me. If you're going to hire a defensive coordinator, then bring Bobby Petrino back.
Oh, where's my rocks?
No, you can throw all the rocks you want.
But would you buzz Randy, please? Thank you.
That is the most realistic answer at this point. This is the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Stay tuned.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Hey, have you seen those car ads where Christmas morning someone gets a car for Christmas? Does that actually happen? Well, when you hear what they're doing at Genesis of Conway, that scene might just become reality. During the Genesis of Conway signature event, you can fall in love with the GV70, GV80, or G70 for 1.99% interest for 60 months. Now you know why we say Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Orange is not your color, and stripes are for zebras. It's criminal not to hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. When in war, you need the roar. for exceptional communication and exceptional results in all criminal-related legal matters. Hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Don't miss Macy's best deals of the year. Hurry in and shop epic Black Friday deals on the season's best gifts before they're gone. Like men's and women's boots for just $19.99. Coats for the whole family, 60% off. Levi's jeans and denim, 40% off. Plus, 50% off top beauty gifts from Yves Saint Laurent, Armani, and more. But hurry, these deals end tonight at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
Bell & Schwartz Gentleman's Store has stores within a store. The Martin Dingman Lodge leather goods, accessories perfect for Christmas bags, wallets, gloves, socks, and cigar cases. Name brands Gentile, Cricket Razorback gear, Peter Millar apparel, and Fiore athleisure wear. Bell & Schwartz quality men's clothing, the only store with a tailor on staff for your custom needs. Bell & Schwartz, 1011 Oak Street in Conway, on Facebook and Instagram.
Twin receivers to the left, ball's on the left hash. They send a man in motion. Prabula fumbled the football. He fumbled the football in the backfield, picked up by Shaw at the 30, and Brad's going to score. He's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Prabula turned it over. The Hogs recover a fumble. The first fumble recovery since the season opener, a touchdown, and Arkansas's got the lead.
I'm sorry. I'm still stunned at that particular play that Arkansas not only got a turnover by the opponent, but actually took it in for a scoop and score. Anyway, welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, I'm Randy Rainwater. Walk-ons. Here we are in Fayetteville, off Weddington, right next door to the Holiday Inn Express. Come on by, say hello, enjoy the fantastic food. The Holiday Inn Express, we've always said this, is our home away from home. And the buffet this morning, Mark, I normally don't like to rub things in your face, but I do like rubbing this in your face because these scrambled eggs were outstanding. Combine that with the sausage.
Cinnamon roll? Did you get a cinnamon roll?
I got a cinnamon roll, and here's the icing on top of the cake, except it's not on the cake. It was on the biscuits and gravy.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby.
I like
that's what you get each and every morning at the Holiday Inn Express. They've got this buffet right there in the lobby, and the beds got me a huge king-size bed with the best pillows I know of. I mean, the service is outstanding. Be sure and book for this upcoming basketball season. You're coming to Fayetteville. Make sure you make your stay at the Holiday Inn Express. I'll read you for those of you that are listening. Mark, did you get the final book for the Missouri game?
In
parentheses, not that you care about that stuff. Ha ha.
You sent it to me, my friend. Yes, and thank you very much. I did get it.
I just wanted to make sure that you had it, just
Thank
you can look at it, throw rocks at it, or whatever you want to do.
Well,
with
Randy,
it, 'cause
so honestly, has this not?
it is frustrating. It is frustrating to read those numbers. I can tell you that.
So yes, and has this not been the absolute most frustrating year? I mean, I know we've had some other ones, and you know, maybe I'm a victim of the moment, but this just really feels horrible this year. It just hopeless is the word. Maybe that's what I'm looking for.
Well, here's what I think that makes it not special, or even for that matter, unique. But it is the way that Arkansas kept finding game by game different ways to lose a game. I can't say that the only reason they lost the Mississippi State game was because of those 18 penalties. I can't even say tonight part of the reason was the 16 penalties. But whether it was a fumble, whether it was an interception, and then to compound it, Arkansas could find so many ways, just back again to offense, whether it was an illegal formation or whether it was a false start offensively, to put themselves constantly behind the sticks. I mean, they just found ways to make it difficult upon themselves to win. Yeah. And that probably, I'll confess, when I go back and I look at that 2018 and 2019 when Arkansas in those seasons went 0-8 in conference and 2-10 back-to-back, I think I did block that out. I think the only memory that I allowed myself to carry forward was that debacle that led to the firing of Chad Morris, and that was the game against Western Kentucky in Fayetteville. Outside of that, I think I did my best to purge my memory because it was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll be doing the same thing to this season when I start looking back upon it and trying to figure out how much I want to purge of this season, because there were so many bad moments, so much where Arkansas beat itself rather than the opponent beating them. Right now it's kind of hard to separate the good from the bad, and certainly there seem to be more bad than good.
No question.
All right, let's talk to Lulu. Lulu, good evening. Welcome to the First Security
Good
Fifth Quarter
evening.
Postgame Show.
How are y'all
Good evening,
doing?
Lulu.
Long time listener,
Man.
first time caller. I'm excited.
Well, I'm here at
Can you hear me?
Walk-Ons. I'm surrounded by yes, ma'am. I'm here at Walk-Ons, surrounded by TVs and great food. What more could I ask for,
Well,
right?
I mean, a winning season, that would be great.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true.
You know, I've got a vested interest in this. I've been a season ticket holder for most of the past decade. My company that I own had a NIL deal last year. You know, this hits home. This is something real. You know, some of the past callers were talking about keeping Petrino on for a, you know, intermittent season, and that assumes that he's still available. My guess is he's not. So if the UFC coach doesn't work out, then where are we at? You know, we've got a defensive problem. We've got just what's the future hold for us? It's bad. Here's my main question. How are we going to recruit when we have the best, worst team in America? How can you recruit with that?
Wow.
I've
never heard that.
So what?
Lulu, can I ask you a question? Because I think now, a person like you had an NIL deal supporting the team. I think what you feel and think is going to determine the future of this program right here and now in this moment. So what are
At
your
the root of the problem? You go to the root of the problem. Who's calling the shots?
Who's calling the
making
shots?
The decisions on the hiring. Who's making the decisions on the hiring? And you're going to get what you pay for. So are you going to get? Are you going to get a no one from nowhere who has never been a head coach at a Power 5? Are you going to find a way to get the Calipari of football who can bring in the number one players, the number one recruiting team, whether it be who they were going to have at their original team, plus more? We all know we're not drafting seniors out of high school anymore, so we're getting the great portal players. We're getting the great JUCO talent. Is that what we're doing now, or are we just going to get a mediocre hire from a lower school, someone who's never had head coach experience, and we're just going to be okay with that?
Lulu, what's going to motivate you to continue to support as you are now? Financially.
Well, I mean, I live in Arkansas, so I'm always going to have a love for Razorback.
Okay.
You know, I had to laugh at the Roller Funeral Home commercials during the game because, you know, you're going to call Roller when they finally kill you. You know, when the Razorbacks finally kill you.
There you go.
So we're always going to put some level of financial contribution behind our team because that's who we are as Arkansans. We love them. But it's just a question of how much.
Gotcha.
How much do we love them this year? How much do we love them next year? How much of our hard-earned cash are we willing to put behind a team that constantly lets us down, an AD that constantly lets us down, a defensive coordinator that constantly lets us down? Mostly the AD that constantly lets us down. I mean, I'm glad we have Olympic track. I'm glad we have a great gymnastics team. I'm glad that we have a wonderful basketball hire. But who's bringing in the money to our athletic program? Football. So, come on. Let's hire in the right vein here.
Well said.
Anyway,
I think that's the key. Yeah, thank you, Lulu. Randy, I think Lulu.
Y'all.
Yeah, okay, you bet. Randy,
now let me ask this of Lulu. Are you still with us, Lulu?
I'm here. Yeah.
Lulu, okay. All right. What you said, I'm not sure that, and I'm not doubting what you said you didn't mean, but I don't know that you maybe understood the depth of what you were saying, because I said this, I want to say, maybe last Saturday night on the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. And that is, you're going to get what you pay for. You are going to get what you pay for. And that is whether it's, and then that trickles down to your coordinators, and then that includes the players that you're going to need to restock this staff. That's my question. Is there the commitment to get Arkansas out of this hole that they've dug themselves into because they've been trying to do things on the cheap?
It is.
Are they finally going to dig their way out of this by spending money? You got to spend money to make money.
That's true. And do we look at and don't get me started on the NIL program, because are we looking only at big ticket donors? Are we looking at grassroots efforts? Because there are a lot
It's
of
got to be all of the above.
Beautiful state.
It's got to be all of the above.
To spend $1, $2, whatever it takes to make sure that they got their input on their coach or their player or their whatever. And if they had the opportunity, they would do it, because what's $1 to say, hey, I gave my team my grassroots effort, and if my small business could chip in $500 and get, a Facebook post supporting whatever it is that I'm doing by my player, hey, that's what our small state of Arkansas that loves the Razorbacks is looking for.
Nice.
These mega $1 million web. So that's how you turn around NIL. In Arkansas, other places, but that's how you do it here.
I wish I had an answer for you, Lulu. I don't. I think we're going to find out, obviously. In some ways, we may be happy. We may not be happy. But I will say this. Whatever that Arkansas is willing to pay, that's what they're going to get.
That's right.
Thank you, Lulu. Like Lulu, she needs to call more often. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, I'm Randy Rainwater, live from Walk-Ons here in Fayetteville. Jimmy, hang in there. You're next up. The First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show will continue in a moment.
The great American pastime.
Do you smell that? That's the smell of men being men.
I think I'm ready.
On 103.7 The Buzz, KABC Little Rock.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
The Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound.
Unstoppable, unmistakable. Defender is built for those who carve their own path. At Land Rover Little Rock, experience the legendary capability, rugged design, and modern technology that make Defender a true icon. Whether it's city streets or untamed terrain, Defender delivers strength with style. This is more than a drive, it's a mission. Visit Land Rover Little Rock off I-430 and test drive the Defender today. Learn more at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
Attention Central Arkansas. If you're looking for reliable home and business services, look no further. For over 45 years, Advantage Service Company has been your local expert in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs with outstanding customer service from licensed technicians ready to help with every step. Call or text today and enjoy peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Cheer on your favorite university and call Advantage Service Company. Your comfort is just a call away. 501-1-CALL. 501-663-2255.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Hey guys, it's Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa. The Christmas season is upon us, and boy, has it been a year. I think we all could use a little peace of mind and some relaxation. Well, we have the special for you. This gift is so good, it's a 2-hour package for $125. That's it. You can get it for yourself, your husband, your wife, your dog sitter, your in-laws, your boss. Your boss can get it for everybody else. Go to avabelladayspa.com to find out more.
Starzik out of the hold of Devin Bale to give the Razorbacks the lead late in the second quarter. Good snap from Ashton No. It is down. The kick is up, on the way, and good. Scott Starzik with his 14th field goal of the season, and he has given the Razorbacks his lead with 11 seconds to play in the first half.
As we greet you back once again to the First Security fifth quarter postgame show, Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater. Walk-ons here in Fayetteville, right next to the Holiday Inn Express. So, let's get right back to work. He has been holding. We think he's still there anyway. Let's talk to Jimmy. Jimmy, my man, welcome to the First Security fifth quarter postgame show.
Good evening, Randy. You need to look around in
buddy?
there and see what you can find, because we're going to need some walk-ons the way this
Well, let's
season's
see.
gonna be.
I see some pretty good-sized dudes. You think I just need to start recruiting them now?
Right now, this minute.
Okay.
When we started paying players, that's when we started going down, and we're going to steadily go down. We can't afford it. I mean, I give what I can. I go to the games, what games I can go to. It's hard to make them all from Forest City, but I make sure somebody in a Razorback shirt or something is sitting in my seat. I don't sell them to the opposing team fans and stuff, but it's hard to sit up there and watch. And I had a lady this year at the Notre Dame game. I was just sitting there minding my own business. It was about 2 minutes left in the game. We was lost, but I have to use binoculars and watch the big screen. And she walks up and just starts jerking my binoculars down from my face and said, "Hey, it's over. You can quit watching." And I said, "Ma'am, would you leave me alone, please?" She was drunk. She didn't know where she was anyway, I don't think. But, that's the kind of stuff you put up with up there sometimes. But
that's great.
I even heard one of our sponsors that sponsored a player this year, Wednesday, say that he was done. He likes Bobby Petrino. He wanted Bobby as the next coach, but he's not going to give next year. He said it's time for somebody else to step up. And I feel like you probably know who I'm talking about.
I do.
But, and he said, like the Waltons and different ones, they've got more money than he's got, and he don't understand why they don't give. But I just don't see this thing getting any better at Arkansas. We just don't have the people that's interested enough to want to pay a boy to sit up there for $2 million a year and throw an interception every series he's got the ball. Sometimes it makes you think, hey, is this guy playing for us, or has he got a bet at Saracen and he's having to keep the points down? It just looks funny sometimes.
Well, now wait a minute. I don't have them. I don't have a prop for them throwing interceptions. Okay, so make sure you make that clear.
I understand that, but if you throw a completion, you're probably going to score, and that's going to mess your points up, and you're not going to get your money. So you throw it to the other team.
Oh, Jimmy.
That's all I got.
Oh, Jimmy.
It's just hard to watch. But you got to laugh to keep them crying. And y'all have a great rest of the day, and see you later.
There you go. Thank you, Jimmy. I'm not sure how to respond to that one, Mark. That one was...
that's a classic.
Yeah, that one stands on its own, I guess. All right, let's talk with Mike. Mike, good evening. Welcome to the First Security fifth quarter postgame show.
Thanks for having me, guys. God bless. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. But, I'm so numb. I care less who they hire as a coach. Seriously, I care less.
Yeah.
And to add insult to injury, I'm so glad our wonderful governor decided to get these guys to pay taxes so we can remain competitive on the football field. That's anyway. I'm a little bitter on that one. But anyway, baseball and softball season are coming up soon. You guys take care and have a good night.
All right.
It is right. Next, of course, we get basketball. Then we got baseball. So we've got basketball. We'll be happy to talk about very soon. Mark, I wanted to just touch the reason why I asked you, not that it was a loaded question, if I sent you the statistics for tonight's game.
I figured something was behind this, but go ahead, man.
Well, one of the things that I have to admit that I was impressed with tonight on behalf of Missouri. I don't know that, Mark, I've ever seen this kind of statistical difference. Do you realize Missouri only attempted 7
passes? Yeah.
7 passes, and they ran the ball 58 times, and it had not been for that 33-yard loss in which they had because of some bad snaps and so forth, that took 33 yards away from their actual rushing yardage. Otherwise, they had 355 yards on the ground. They didn't have to throw the ball. I really thought they would feast on that Arkansas secondary. But then that brought about time of possession, which if you're controlling the ball like that on the ground, you should control the clock. 34 minutes and 3 seconds of possession time for Missouri, 25 minutes, 57 seconds possession time for Arkansas. And the rarity of rarities, Arkansas actually won the turnover battle. Arkansas didn't commit a turnover, one turnover by Missouri. Penalties, that was the other big number, 16 for 121, and that wasn't all the penalties. 5 for 45 for Missouri. So really it was a frustrating game to watch. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine any other description how it had to be frustrating to watch this game.
So Randy, Missouri gained almost 400 yards rushing. That is that's a physical butt whooping, is what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that, to me, that's what's horribly embarrassing about what. And let me add to that. The penalties, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties for Arkansas. That to me, all of that, Randy, is embarrassing, and that shows a team that's totally, absolutely undisciplined. So the big run by Hardy, right? The first one, okay? There are a number of them, but the first one he ran for the touchdown. Randy, number 95 is 300 and almost 400 pounds. Hardy's 5'10", 220, I believe, or 210, whatever it is. He's got him wrapped up. Literally, Arkansas's defenders stop and start watching like the whistle is blown. And, of course, just like at Memphis, the game they lost in Memphis, the defenders stand around and watch the back carry a 400-pound lineman and then break free and run for a touchdown.
Then shedding, yep.
So, what are we doing? And we expect a coach? We want to bring back a coach that has allowed that?
All right, we got to step away. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Coming up next, Bobby Petrino. Stay tuned.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security. because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
At ABC Supply, when you've got a job to do, we do too. When your success depends on getting the details right, we're there for you every step of the way. Delivering more than materials, delivering passion, commitment, and the confidence to help you get the job done easier. Our teams understand the obstacles you face in building your business and reputation, because living up to our promises is how we help you live up to yours.
For location and product information, call ABC Supply in North Little Rock at 501-955-0777 or visit abcsupply.com.
It's Justin Acre over here with Justin Workman from Coffin by Design West. And Justin, we need to help people get ready for winter.
Come by and see us for your faucet covers, the fireplace cleaners, fire log starters, air filter replacements, even our home generators. We've got you covered for all your winter needs.
And people are trying to get their yards right for the end of fall and into winter. And I know you guys have a lot of great products that can help them do that as well.
Yeah, so we carry the full line of steel products from leaf blowers, chainsaws. Also keep in mind that we do have a on-site technician.
Go by and see our friends at Coffin by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road. And check out their website, kaufmanlumber.com.
This winter, celebrate the joy of the season in a new all-electric SUV from Cadillac. Make every drive exciting with the innovative technology in Optic. Arrive confidently with the sophisticated styling of Lyric and discover the comfort of the spacious three-row Vista. Experience EV luxury like never before at the season's best sales event. Visit your Cadillac showroom today.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solutions now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket.
Paid for by Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
The next time you travel to El Dorado and need overnight accommodations, the Haywood Hotel is where you need to stay. The Haywood El Dorado Tapestry Collection by Hilton is a great place to stay if you're in South Arkansas, listening to live music or playing the challenging Mystic Creek Golf Club. Take time and relax in their bar for a drink before going out on the town for dinner. The Haywood, 210 South Washington, right in the heart of downtown El Dorado. Search the Haywood El Dorado on the web or call 800-293-0718 for reservations. The Haywood, a Beechwood hospitality property.
Feeling like a family getaway, but don't want to go too far? Need a true adventure, but don't want to spend too much? Want a ton of stuff to do that's all in the same place? Welcome to Arkansas State Parks, where in a couple hours drive, you can change your scenery and your state of mind. With active adventures or just gorgeous views where you can catch your breath. We have 52 state parks to choose from. Plan your getaway at arkansasstateparks.com. Brought to you by this station and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
Welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, I'm Randy Rainwater. Live from Walk-Ons here in Fayetteville, right next door to the Holiday Inn Express. Here is interim head football coach Bobby Petrino.
Coach, I know it didn't end the way you wanted to, and certainly didn't go the whole stretch the way you wanted to, but what was the post game like, this being the end of it all with these players?
Yeah, I think the thing the message I tried to give them at the end was it didn't end the way we wanted to. Obviously you want to win the games, but they need to be proud of the leadership from within the team, how hard they practiced, how they stuck together. They kept a positive attitude. And we didn't have any issues, with players or, so that was a good thing. But they just got to, make sure that they understand they put video on film that will help them in the future, because I really feel like our players improved, got better, played hard. There's a number of them that's futures are up in the air, done playing here, going in the possibility going into the NFL. And then always that transfer portal that, they don't know a whole lot right now. So, the most important thing is that they finish the semester off, get their grades that they need, so they open up windows for opportunities.
The way you used the quarterbacks today, did you know you were going to flip them back and forth? Was that the plan?
Yeah, I knew I was going to do that after the way we practiced in the week, and they both, did a really nice job in practice. And I felt like KJ earned the right to start. Felt like Talon put a whole lot into this program and competed extremely hard. Didn't get a whole lot of help at times. I felt like he deserved to finish playing in the stadium.
I think it's like 20 or 21 flags thrown, 16 accepted against you guys. What are your thoughts on the number of penalties? And were you surprised that it looked like a pretty obvious targeting on Talon before the punt return? Were you surprised on that it wasn't called? And
I mean, we told them at halftime we need 0 more penalties. There's a couple of them that we certainly shouldn't have had, that our players shouldn't have done what they did. Hit a couple of personal fouls that were in the wrong, But yeah, I tried to get them to review that play and see if they would get a call upstairs and see about it, and they just ignored me. But the guys upstairs said it's definitely was a targeting, no question about it. And Talon's had a tough time all year. They haven't protected him very well. They haven't, going into the year, you always get these little packets that say, in the SEC, we're going to emphasize protecting quarterbacks. I didn't think they lived up to it very well.
Allowed sacks kind of plagued you guys in the second half. What'd you see maybe from either your offensive line or their defensive line that played into that?
Yeah, I thought that was the big difference that didn't allow us to go score. We moved the ball at times, we get a first down, we get another first down. And then, even on some of the quick throws that we were trying to call to get the ball out quick, we had pressures and sacks. I felt like their defensive line got the best of us.
And then their rushing total, just how frustrating is that when, the team they're going against, they don't even feel like they have to threaten you with the pass. They can kind of just do what they want on the ground there.
Yeah, I kind of felt like our defense did a good job. They kept us in it. We got a touchdown. We got them off the field sometimes, gave the offense opportunities. We know that they're, a run the football team. They got a great running back, and their quarterback, after he turned it over, they kind of said, let's let him run and not throw it that much. But I don't think at all that was on the defense. I thought they competed extremely hard and gave us a chance. We just offensively could not protect the quarterback.
Missouri ran for 322. I mean, were you expecting them to stay on the ground with the conditions and all that?
I mean, that's what they do. They run. Their running back a couple of weeks ago ran for 300 all by himself, So we knew that's what we emphasized. We had different packages for it. That's kind of what their MO is to run the ball.
Has Hunter been in contact with you? Have you basically interviewed for the position? What's your understanding?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into any of that tonight. I'm just going to get this press conference over and get out of here. How's that sound? Like a good idea? Hey, man, it's been a hard gig. But I appreciate you guys. I'll tell you what, I appreciate the questions that you asked me, and you've made it a lot easier for me, and I respect y'all for that. I really do. I do appreciate it.
The conditions, how do you think maybe they played into? You got a defensive score and then the snap over the punter's head, and what led into some of your scores?
Yeah, certainly. I think the ball slipping out of the quarterback's hand, and that happens. It happens a lot when it's either really, really hot and your hand is moist, or it's cold and misty like today. But there's been a number of times where we've had quarterbacks that go back to throw the ball, and when you get here, the ball just comes out of your hand. We did a good job of chasing it and picking it up and running in for a touchdown. That gave us a tremendous amount of momentum. And then the snap, it was a great play to go get the ball. Unfortunately, we had a young man that got us a penalty, and that really hurt us not getting a touchdown there. We did get the field goal and gave us momentum, but we didn't come out of the halftime with going and scoring. That's what you wanted to see, is get that and come right out of the half and go score.
Went into the decision to take out KJ for Talon.
That was just
KJ.
how I was going to do it. It was already, pre-planned and ready to go, and that's just how we were going to play the game.
Second time after the missed field goal.
That's how we were
take
going to
KJ
play
out.
the game, yeah. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. It was already what we were going to do. So,
do you feel that KJ handled the moment today? He led your only touchdown drive. What do you feel his future looks like?
I think it looks great. He's, like I said, he's a really intelligent kid. He knows the game of football. He's got great leadership skills, particularly when it's in the heat of the battle. Between last week down in Texas and tonight, he really can lead a team, and he's tough and has the skills to make all the throws you need to make.
Remember, you guys played like a lot of rainy home games. I think back to that A&M game. You yourself, this team got a lot of support. What is just these 7 games, all the support from the fans, what your players have given you? What has it meant?
Yeah, I think the fans have been awesome. Like you said, we haven't had the sun out very much. We've had a lot of rain, had a lot of weather. Somebody pissed the guy upstairs off. I hope it wasn't me. But, come on. That's a little bit of piling on. They don't call that penalty anymore. They used to call piling on. Now it's a personal foul or something. But I guess I'm telling how old I am. I know there's a linebacker back there got piling on a few times. So, yeah, I don't know. But the fans came out and I thought all the home games, the fans did a great job. And our guys were competitive. We're in there. We just couldn't find a way to win.
How will you look back on Talon's career here, and how do you hope he kind of looks back on it?
Yeah, I hope that he looks back on it and understands how well he played and the good things that he did, and, not look at the negative things that happened and the situations that we're in. It's hard today because the offense didn't do very well. But most of the year, the offense was cranking it up and he was doing well. And, we weren't good enough in all 3 phases to help each other out. And it seemed like we never once had all 3 of them cranked up and going together. But he's done a lot of great things here, and he's a tremendous young man with a real bright future ahead of him.
Coach, what is coaching the 2025 edition of the Razorbacks meant to you personally?
It's been a hard deal, when you take over a team and you lose the head coach, the defensive coaches are gone. Let's get the attitude right. And it took a little bit. We had a bye week, so that helped a lot. I think the players bought into what we were doing. You look at the games, we went to Tennessee and competed extremely hard, had a great chance. Heck, I think we scored how many points against A&M? How many points against Texas? It's like we just couldn't find a way to win the games. But, there's a lot of positives in there. I'm going to try to look at the positives. I could have a stack of negatives, but that's not going to do any good. The positives are that the players kept together. They did a good job academically. They got to finish it now with these finals coming up. And they have some bright futures ahead of them. Thank you.
And that was interim head football coach, Bobby Petrino. Mark, what did you glean from his statements?
Well, I gleaned that that's when he said, "How about I get out of here, finish up and get out of here." He knows this gig is over, and I don't. Randy, I think Arkansas nationally would be the laughingstock if they bring a coach that was part of the last 2 years of the program. Maybe not so much last year, but this year. that would not win a lot of support. That, to me, that would be enough to win a lot of the type of NIL support that's going to be needed for this program to compete in the SEC. I'm just going to read a couple. I got some text messages tonight and this person is a former coach in the SEC, actually coached at Arkansas, and understands that this is a different world. Here's a couple of texts he said. He sent me a call. How does LSU have $100 million to offer a coach, and Arkansas has $30 million? What are we doing with our money? And then he pointed out a couple of things. He said, what they say, you got to pay to play in the SEC. The bag talks. If you ain't paying, if you ain't paying, they ain't staying, and the players ain't playing.
And they ain't playing.
It's all about the bag of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's coaches and players.
Yes.
Not just players.
That's exactly
That's
right.
coaches as well.
Exactly right.
All right, let's step away for a moment. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater. Back with more in a moment.
This is Trey Johnson with HJ Trailer Sales. Looking for a trailer repair? Need a new truck bed? HJ Trailer Sales has you covered. We're also your one-stop shop for Iron Bull, Good Guys, Hillsboro trailers, and yes, Hart trailers. We've even got them too. Family owned and operated, we're the most trusted trailer store in the state with tons of financing options to fit your budget. Come see why everyone rolls with HJ Trailer Sales. HJ Trailer Sales, built on trust, driven by quality. Visit hjtrailersales.com or stop by today.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Caddy's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. At Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
From Central Arkansas to South Arkansas to Northeast Arkansas, across the state to Northwest Arkansas, you will find a Beechwood hospitality property. From the Haywood in El Dorado to the Hilton Garden in Jonesboro, to the Doubletree in Bentonville and the Staybridge Suites just south of Baumwalker Stadium, Beechwood Hospitality has a room for you. Beechwood Hospitality is the leader in hotel property management in the state. Make sure you find a Beechwood Hospitality hotel for your next overnight stay.
Attention Central Arkansas. If you're looking for reliable home and business services, look no further. For over 45 years, Advantage Service Company has been your local expert in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs with outstanding customer service from licensed technicians ready to help with every step. Call or text today and enjoy peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Cheer on your favorite university and call Advantage Service Company. Your comfort is just a call away. 501-1-CALL. 501-663-2255.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty. Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at keeparkansasbeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
I'm Scott Romine with Gwatney Buick GMC. We've been advertising on 103.7 The Buzz for over a decade, and I have personally worked with our sales rep, Hope Hankins, for 8 years. Hope keeps us up to date on Razorback and high school sports sponsorship opportunities. Gwatney Buick GMC has long benefited and enjoyed partnering with The Buzz. If you want to advertise your business on The Buzz, I recommend you call Hope Hankins at 501-773-7321.
Welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater. Some ways, Mark, hard to believe this is it. Yet, man, I'm ready for this thing to come to an end. It's time to turn the page and move on. Get ready for the future, so to speak. It's time for something to change. Let's talk with Brett. Brett, good evening. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Thank you very much. I'm sitting here trying to figure out a few different things I wanted to comment on, but I guess one would be that, the new incoming coach, whoever that might be, I know some people don't want to hire someone from a lower level, type of program, but I think we got to remember that Indiana hired Signetti, and he was at James Madison, and I think it is important who you hire. I think they bring a culture, and the good thing about what happened in Indiana, I think, is when Signetti brought 25 of his guys with him.
Yeah,
he kind of brought his attitude and his culture, and it changed Indiana's attitude.
That's a good point.
And I think that's exactly what Arkansas needs is. Need a new attitude, a culture to expect to win. And it's a hard thing when you go to hiring a coach or recruiting a kid. It's not an exact science. You just take a shot and hope it pays off.
Yeah, well said, Brett. I think you're exactly right. And I think that now who knows if dominoes fall a certain way. It looks like Ole Miss is going to come open. So I don't know if they go to the front of the line or third of the line or whatever. But if indeed this South Florida coach is the guy, you would consider him coming from a little lower class, maybe a little higher than James Madison. But I want his players. I want his quarterback. I think I saw a linebacker down there that impressed me. He needs to bring some of those ballers up here. And they seem to be a very tough team and physical, and they went toe-to-toe with some big-time programs and beat a couple of them. So he needs to bring those boys up here.
That's kind of what happened in Indiana. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. Took the Bulls.
Yeah.
To Gainesville, the Swamp, and beat Florida.
Yep.
So that's a fairly significant victory, regardless of how this season has panned out for the Florida Gators.
Randy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the show.
Well, no, I mean, what I was going to say, we know what it takes to go into SEC type venue, particularly somewhere as difficult as the Swamp can be, and to win.
Yeah, you're right, Randy. And we've seen some pretty remarkable. What Vanderbilt is doing is, oh man, it's just phenomenal. For them,
It's remarkable
to go in.
It is remarkable.
Just physically whip Tennessee. I mean, they didn't play that well early, but they hung in there. That's what I'm talking about. Discipline, well coached. They don't beat themselves. Technically, fundamentally sound. That's how a program like Arkansas and a Vanderbilt and Indiana, that's how they're going to have to compete. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get all of the NIL. Vanderbilt, can't tell me they're paying a whole lot of NFL or NIL dollars because their talent doesn't reflect it. But man, are they well coached? Are they disciplined? Are they tough? Are they mentally tough? Do they not beat themselves? All the things that Arkansas is not and demonstrated this year, those programs are. And you know, those coaches, if they have that culture and they bring some of those players, that's when you're talking about turning around a program.
Well, you know who has benefited as much as these potential new hires is a Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. He got I think a 5-year extension the other day.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm sure he got a nice
earned.
And it's a private school, so they don't have to tell you what kind of bump he received.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Elko, he got that 5 or 6 year extension just the other day down at Texas A&M.
Came from Duke.
I mean, came from Duke. I mean, these are coaches who are staying in their positions, but who are benefiting, obviously, from this gold rush that's going on. I mean, Lane Kiffin.
Oh my goodness!
He's already making $10 million, where he is now at Ole Miss. It's reported, or has been reported, $14 million to maybe for 5 to 7 years, depending upon which.
To stay in an effort to keep.
No, to move on to LSU.
LSU. Okay.
Now now my understanding is, I was once told that Ole Miss will match whatever dollar he is being offered to move on. I don't know if that's the case when now you're talking $14 million and maybe not 11 or 12 million, but what's a couple of more million?
Where is Ole Miss getting this money?
I do. They have a tremendous grassroots NIL program, and I'm going to say, when Lulu was talking about this, she's right. There needs to be a dual approach. It can't just be your mega boosters. They're the only ones. You've got to have your grassroots, whether it's $100 times 10,000 people who will give $100 or whatever math or however you want to. But it's got to be both. It can't just be one.
I got my couple of dollars. I contribute and do, but I think that's the determiner, Randy. Who can organize Arkansas? I mean, do we have? And that's what Lulu was saying.
Well, that's been bungled. That has been mishandled from day one.
And that's what
from
she's
day
saying.
one.
And I've always said everything's about leadership. It is a leadership thing.
It is leadership.
Yep. So this is such a pivotal moment.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, after when we did that summarization of a 10-year period, you've really only had a couple of years that you really want to, quote, hang your hat on.
Yeah.
That was 2021. That was the 8-win season.
Yep.
And then you get the bowl victory over Penn State, Outback Bowl. Then you've got the 2022 season, okay, mediocre, but it's 6-6. 2024, 6-6. I mean, that's out of 3 years out of the 10 in that window. Well, I take it back. There was a 7-5 back in 2016. So that is the success, and you can argue that lack of success did work against that grassroots.
Yes.
Because they're saying, well, why do I don't give this money when look what's been going on? Why do I what? Hopefully the new leadership will bring about a different level of excitement and commitment. Let's talk to Lewis. Lewis, good evening. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hey, Marcus and Randy, how are you guys?
Hey, Lewis.
Lewis, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, my man. I hope you guys had a very blessed Thanksgiving, my friend.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you. We hope you likewise, Lewis.
Absolutely. Ate too much, but you know how that goes.
We always do that.
Yeah. But,
you know, the older we get, hey, Lewis, the older we get, the more we eat. I've learned that.
Yeah, and the longer it takes us to get rid of it, too.
Amen to that one, too. Amen to that one, too.
But I was so glad to hear Lulu call. And I'm like you, Randy. She needs to call back more often.
I agree. I hope she does.
She said a lot of things that you've been saying and that, you know, I've been saying amongst my friends that I talk to. You know, we all talk about this a lot. But the problem is the leadership up there. And it was the NIL was never embraced right away like it should have been. He got it too late. And here's the thing. You know, you guys were talking about Ole Miss. Ole Miss, from what I understand, and from what I've heard and read, they have probably between 5,000 and 10,000 or so just regular fans like myself.
10,000 plus. 10,000 plus.
Yeah. And they have a level of giving. It starts at like 25 or something, and you give as much, whatever you can afford to give. That's what, you know, you can give. And we don't, I don't think we have that, do we?
No. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's not close, anywhere near close to that.
No. And the thing is, I keep hearing people call, because I listen all day, and I keep hearing people call the buzz and say, you know, we need the big donors to give this and give that. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But those of us that are true fans, we need to start giving. And I'm one myself. I'm talking to myself as well. We need to start giving whatever we can give to get this football program back to where it needs to be. Because I don't know how much more of this I can take, to be honest with you.
Well, you're like the rest of us, you know, and it was announced over 62,000, I think, was the tickets sold. That was not the actual attendance. I'm guessing closer to 45 to 40. I don't know. I'm not good at numbers, and a lot of times you can't really tell on the west side in particular where the press box is located. You really can't tell, especially up above. But all you can do is look at the other side and maybe compare that to what you believe. If there were 45,000 there, if there was even 40,000 there today, that would have been a great number. And I mean that is reflective of so many people that, in my opinion, have let go of the rope. They've let.
Absolutely.
Lewis, I got to hit a break. Thank you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. And God bless you. We love you. We love you calling. Thank you, Lewis. All right. We will come back and hear from Cam Ball and Fernando Carmona.
Jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for problem gambling helpline.
Bell & Schwartz Gentleman's Store has stores within a store.
The Martin Dingman Lodge Leather Goods. Accessories perfect for Christmas bags, wallets, gloves, socks, and cigar cases. Name brands Gentile, Cricket Razorback Gear, Peter Millar Apparel, and Fiore athleisure wear. Bell & Sword Quality Men's Clothing, the only store with a tailor on staff for your custom needs. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway, on Facebook and Instagram.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
In Arkansas, cancers of the lung, breast, prostate, and colon are the leading cause of cancer deaths. Yet simple screenings can save lives, helping doctors find and treat cancer early. If you have a family history of cancer, you need to start screenings even earlier, because cancer screenings can never come too soon, only too late. To learn more, visit cancer.uams.edu. Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and UAMS.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Back again with the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott. I'm Randy Rainwater. Trey Shapp. He is in Tempe, Arizona with the University of Arkansas at Little Rock ladies basketball program. And this is we are putting the finishing touches on this one tonight, our final edition of the First Security fifth quarter postgame show for 2025. And here we go. Our final interview, or interviews, I should say, of 2025. Here is Cam Ball and Fernando Carmona.
Different Trey, I guess. Cam, you bring out that picture. What did this year mean to you? What does that picture mean to you?
Man, that was my best friend. I never missed a game, and when he couldn't come to the game in person, he would always send me emotional videos and just his expectations and all. And today being senior night, it kind of hit me a little harder knowing that he wasn't there to walk with me. But I got this to remind me, and I watched a couple videos before the game to get me going, but that's my dog, man. And I promised him before he checked out of here that I was going to take him and take his legacy wherever I do and wherever I go, that when you think of me, you're going to think of my dad. So
Understandably, a frustrating year. You guys were so close. And I know you haven't had a lot of time to decompress, but how challenging was it to go through these 12 games?
Man, it was very hard. It was a difficult year, especially with sudden change in the middle of the season. But man, not even about the outcome. I'm just proud of my teammates, and I'm proud of how we stayed together, and no one started pointing fingers and no one started throwing tantrums. We just all came together. Maybe the score never was what we wanted to be, but I know we gained a lot of brothers, for a lifetime, and guys that we can depend on, after football, because it's not even always about football. There's more than football.
You, what were the thoughts pregame as you got 30 of you guys all together lined up?
We had a large senior class. We had a lot of guys, a lot of leaders on this team. Our main thing, especially with the change that happened in the middle of the season, was to keep guys together. And I feel like, we did the best we could, and that we did accomplish, so, yeah.
Yeah, man, it was really sad. We had all of them out there, and just all the stuff we went through in our senior year and how much adversity we fought through. And like Cam said, man, we stuck together through it all. And that's very rare. And forever going to be grateful for this team, even though our record, hasn't really shown up the way we wanted it to. I'm grateful for all those men that went out there and fought and stuck together.
Missouri players close to 100 yards rushing. What was it like kind of going up against this attack?
We knew going into the game, they was going to try to run the ball even more. We made some adjustments, but the adjustments wasn't enough. We made adjustments, they made adjustments, and, they was just really trying to put a heavy emphasis on the run. I think the guy had like 25 yards passing. So, man,
maybe 3 different runners in case, they can bring something different to the table.
I would say, it is a little bit more difficult. You have to play true to all 11 players on the field. We knew going into the game they had the nation's leading rusher. And, we had a great game plan for him. And then, 2 years ago when we played Missouri against Brady Cook, he started running a little more than we expected. And I could see today they tried to do a little bit more with the quarterback. He was a good runner, especially coming back from the injury he had. So,
Fernando, just your thoughts on how both of your quarterbacks played.
Man, they played awesome, especially for, it being TG's senior night and him, not flinching even though he didn't start, and just going out there and just being the leader he always is. And then KJ going out there and making the plays that he did. They both did amazing. And I'm just really proud of both of them, just their growth that they've made throughout this year. And, man, they got really bright futures ahead of them. TG, got the next level coming up for him. So I'm super excited just to see what he could do at the next level, because he's an awesome leader, even better friend. And then KJ is young and energetic, and he has a lot of life that he's gonna give to football. And I'm excited to just see both their journeys, because they're great quarterbacks, and I'm blessed to be able to protect for them.
You're both guys that are looking to play at the next level. So maybe Cam, you first, and then Fernando. What do you feel like this year taught you that you can kind of apply going forward in football?
I would say control what you can control. It was out of our control that we lost our head coach and we lost our, defensive staff, and we also didn't get the wins that we wanted to, to get. So, just after football, you're not going to win in life. You're going to have ups and downs. This has been a very difficult, year for us, and it's been a heck of a year for me, with all the things I got going on. But what this season and everything has taught me is just perseverance. I'm going to have to tell my kids, what am I going to tell my friends around me, my teammates years from now? So just persevere.
Yeah, same thing, man. Life is going to bring you down, and you're just going to have to continue to fight. And I think the biggest thing I learned this year is, win or lose, you got to be the same person showing up Monday to work. And you just got to be able to flip that switch and, just go to work. And regardless of the circumstances, even if we lose our coach or if we're on a 5-game losing streak, none of that matters. You got to still show up to work. And so, this season sucked, but I've learned a lot of valuable life lessons that will carry on for, a lifetime.
So how did you feel like Coach Petrino kind of just on the whole through these last, 9 weeks that he's been leading the program? How did you feel like he kind of handled everything with, kind of trying to keep you guys together and motivate you guys, even as losses were piling up?
Yeah, he did an amazing job. He came into a very difficult circumstance, and he did the most that he could do. And so, just the way he went out there and, fought for us week in and week out. And he just taught us a lot of life lessons. That's what I'm forever grateful for. Yeah, he just taught us a lot of life lessons, even though things weren't going our way. He told us that there's more to football, and, we got to be better men and grow ourselves outside of football. And so I'm forever grateful for that for Coach Petrino.
I guess, Cam, you mentioned that you had a lot of things going on. When you think back to making the decision to come back for this year, where have you kind of seen the most growth from then to now?
Just being a better leader. I was in the leadership role last year, not necessarily having a C on my chest, but I have emotions, I have feelings too, and I know my teammates have those as well. But being a leader, it's a lot. Being a captain is even more. You got to put your feelings and emotions aside because you have to be the role model and be the influence and put a smile on your face every day going to work for the other guys. Because believe it or not, man, teammates, they look up to you. And I learned that more this year on how I handled everything. Just knowing that the way I handle certain things, my teammate's going to look at me and be like, oh, if Cam thinks it's cool, then it's cool. So just being a more mature leader.
I guess for both of you guys, just being seniors, move on. Just, I guess, what has your time in the program meant to you guys? And then looking forward when you guys are watching the program as alumni, I guess, just what are you most looking forward to for that?
For me, being here 5 years, man, through the thick and thin, before NIL, it's been one hell of a ride, man. And I'm grateful to be here that long. I'm grateful to come back last year, even though the season didn't go how we wanted to do. I don't regret my decision. Lifetime friends forever. The fans here, man, especially, let me just say this for the record. For the fans to come out in that weather, especially for the season that we've had, that's how man, this whole state of Arkansas, they just came together. And it was, it was so surreal to just see how many people actually came out and to support us through it all. And us not winning games and just it gives me tingling inside, man, just to see how much love that we have to be football players here. So, man, this state, this university, it means the world to me.
Yeah. This university, this football team has changed my life, even though I've been here for 2 years. It's been the best 2 years of my life, man. I've grown so much as a man and just found out so much about myself that I never knew. And everybody in this state really rallied behind me. I've really felt that and rallied behind this team, even though things weren't going our way. And I'm forever grateful for all the Arkansas fans and people that came out. Like Cam said, man, it was nasty weather today. And I mean, we're 2-9 and we're not playing good ball, but people still showed up and people showed love. And I'm forever grateful because, there's some fan bases where people won't show up. And, that just shows how special this place can be. And I'm forever grateful to be a Hog. And hopefully later on, if there's other people that need help and I could help these Hogs, I'll do that. And so forever grateful to be a Hog.
Fernando Carmona, Cam Ball. Well, Marcus and I will come back and put the finishing touches on the 2025 First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show in just one moment. Stay tuned.
The great American pastime.
Do you smell that? That's the smell of men being men.
I think I'm ready.
On 103.7 The Buzz, KABC Little Rock.
This is Thomas Blackman's Blackman Auction. Since 1938, we've handled many different types of auctions. We sold bulldozers, excavators, farm tractors, farms, locomotives, fully custom rail cars, vehicles, Harley-Davidsons, cows, lake houses, hunting properties, pickups, heavy trucks, big trailers, plus hundreds of other random things. Honestly, if it's for sale, we probably sold it. Our knowledge and experience is priceless, much like your hard-earned assets. Since 1938, better auctions have always been Blackman Auctions.
Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BREAK25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
On your way to the Little Rock Airport, business travelers park fast at Expressway Airport parking. As you park, our shuttle picks you up, and a 60-second ride later, you're at the airport. Download our app and earn rewards. Simply scan the virtual gate pass to enter and scan again to exit. No waiting, and your receipt is emailed to you. Pay less than municipal airport parking at Expressway Airport parking, left of the airport entrance, next to the Comfort Inn.
Bell & Schwartz Gentleman's Store has stores within a store. The Martin Dingman Lodge leather goods, accessories perfect for Christmas bags, wallets, gloves, socks, and cigar cases. Name brands Gentile, Cricket Razorback gear, Peter Millar apparel, and Fiore athleisure wear. Bell & Schwartz quality men's clothing, the only store with a tailor on staff for your custom needs. Bell & Schwartz, 1011 Oak Street in Conway, on Facebook and Instagram.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Now they go into the victory formation. Prabula takes the snap, takes a knee, and Bobby Petrino and the Razorback staff begin to make their way to midfield. This long season is over as Missouri knocks off the Razorbacks 31-17. The Hogs finish the season 2-10.
There you have it. Voice of the Razorbacks, Chuck Barrett, saying it well. It's over. And Mark, they say, wait till next year. No. I want to wait for tomorrow. I want to find out answers now. I don't want to wait till next year. I want to find answers now. I want a path laid out that gives you a sense of direction, a sense of commitment, and to actually know that this program is going to be given a chance to compete. I don't want the athletic director to stand up there again in September or whenever it may be that he makes his appearance at the Little Rock Touchdown Club and say, well, we're not able to give the new coach the resources that it's going to take to compete. We just don't have those resources. That's not what I want to hear. That's not a commitment to this program. That's not a commitment to these fans. That's not a commitment to excellence. So I'm anxious for tomorrow to come about. Hopefully we'll find out once and for all if Alex Golich is the next coach at Arkansas. And then I'm ready for him to start building that staff, see what kind of investment he can make into bringing in the kind of talent that it's going to take to compete. It's time to turn the page, Mark.
Yeah. It's been that way. Yeah. No, I think you're right, Randy. You know, this was kind of a mediocre era. I think I said last year when Sam Pittman got that big raise based off of a mediocre year. This team will remind me, I think I said this earlier maybe, this team was really good at dancing. This to me, this was the Arkansas Razorback dance team. They were good at dancing when they happened to make a good play. What they weren't good at is winning and closing, winning games, being disciplined, doing what it takes to win games. But, man, let them make a play. They're going to put on a show. They worked hard at that. So I'm with you, ready to make some changes. I got a lot of text messages from former players just really excited that this season was over.
Yeah. Yeah, normally we wait, it seems like 365 days. Can't wait for the next season to start.
Yep.
Not quite 365 days, obviously, but we can't wait for spring ball to roll around, and then you can't wait at that point for the season to roll around. Well, I hope we start seeing the fruits come March or whenever the spring camp will be, so we can start seeing some of these fruits.
Well, whoever comes, bring some ballers. Bring them with you.
And bring a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to take a bunch of them to rebuild this thing.
Yep.
All right, that's it. Thank you, Damon, for being our producer all season long.
Certainly.
For you, as our great listeners, for being with us throughout this football season. For Marcus Elliott, Trey Shapp, I'm Randy Rainwater. Have a great holiday season coming forward. Thanks for listening to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the First Security Bank Fifth Quarter on the Buzz Radio Network. This broadcast has been brought to you by First Security Bank.